I will be doing Wim Hof breathing exercises every day for the next 30 days. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brett Maverick here. I hope you all are having an awesome day so far. So what is the Wim Hof Method? The Wim Hof Method is a set of breathing exercises that was pioneered by the Dutch extreme athlete Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman. He has set Guinness World Records for longest time swimming underwater as well as body contact with ice. And he attributes all of this to the Wim Hof Method. So what the Wim Hof breathing technique is, it's an exercise that consists of 3 sets. You take in really deep breaths with short exhales for 30 to 50 repetitions, and then on the last repetition, you completely exhale and hold your breath for as long as you can. After you hold your breath for as long as you can, you take one big deep breath in, hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and then breathe normally. You do this 3 times, and that's the Wim Hof Method. What the Iceman says is that this expels all of the carbon dioxide from your body's cells, and then it overloads your cells with oxygen, which makes you have an increased energy, better sleep, reduces your stress levels, faster recovery, enhanced creativity, increased willpower, and a stronger immune system. He even says that if you do this, you won't even get sick anymore. So I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna do the Wim Hof breathing technique every day for the next 30 days and see what happens. So let's get going. All right, what's up, guys? It's Wednesday, March 4th, and today is day 1 of Wim Hofing. Today, what you're gonna see is my first attempt at actually doing, 3 rounds of the Wim Hof breathing technique. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what I'm gonna feel, but I got my stopwatch here for my resting moments. I think I'm gonna go 30 reps, 40, and then 50. See how I feel. So, you guys are along this journey with me. Let's give it a shot. So what I'm feeling right now is actually pressure in my ears. I don't think I did it fully right. Like, I can only hold, the first time I tried holding my breath, I can only hold it for like 30 seconds, which I can hold my breath longer than that normally. I don't know if I was thinking about it too much. The second time I held it about 45 seconds, so a little longer, and then the last time I held it a little bit over a minute, about 1 minute and 10 seconds. And that is when I felt it the most. So that's what I felt on day 1. I don't feel like I fully, got the full effects, but I definitely felt something. I felt like a little bit of that strange feeling when you feel like you sit up too fast and you're kind of like disoriented. I kind of felt that at the end of the 3rd round, along with a little bit of like vibration, tingling feeling in my arms. I can't say I could go hike Mount Everest barefoot or go swim in the Arctic like Mr. Wim Hof, but hey, it's only day 1, so we'll see what happens. What's up, guys? So this is just checking in, update after day 5 of Wim Hofing. I just finished, and it was one of the most like surreal experiences I've ever had. Like, I felt this strong electric energy just shooting down and pulsating through my chest, and in my hands and arms a little bit too, tingling in my feet. My face got really tight, like my lips were just pursed by the end. Just on the 3rd set, as I was holding it, that's when it was the strongest, and then as I released, I just felt like totally just grounded, I guess, and just flushed of like negative energy, if that makes sense. I know it sounds like kind of kooky, but any anxiety or like any like worry or anything was just, and any, restlessness was just flushed from my body, and I just felt like new pretty much. It's raining, so I went outside and just enjoyed the rain, and I've never like enjoyed rain as much as I did just now. But yeah, right now I feel like kind of normal again, I guess, but still a little bit in this state of like peace, I guess. So day 5, feeling good. Okay guys, it's officially day 16, so a little over 2 weeks in, and I'm kind of at a point where like every time I do it, it feels the same. I just get, a few minutes of like this grounded feeling. It's very serene, it feels very present, but it doesn't carry over, it doesn't like continue for very long, and it's very short-lived. So I've been looking around, and I found that one of the other ways you can try it is by just breathing through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, and it's supposed to actually increase the oxygen different flow and just give you a different feeling. So I think I'm gonna try that today. Also, I'm gonna try leaning back to see if it feels any different instead of just sitting up. So here we go. I'm gonna start my music. 3 sets. Let's begin. Definitely the most intense feeling. It's almost a high feeling, like electricity is filling my body, especially my chest. A little bit of buzzing in my ear. Not buzzing, but like a whooshing. It's like that same whooshing sound. I'm actually hearing deafened a little bit for a while, and then it moves on to this just like sound. All of my troubles, like I was very stressed before this because I'm in quarantine and I haven't left the house. I've been so bored. This just flushed me again. I feel more connected with everything around me, and the music is just an amazing feeling. Alright guys, so I just finished Wim Hofing day 30, and I just kind of wanted to run through what I felt, what I learned, and if I recommend this. So first off, I kind of wanted to explain what actually is the science behind Wim Hof and what's actually happening to your body. So basically what it is stimulation of your endocrine system. When you're exhaling more than necessary, you're expelling carbon dioxide at a very high rate. This raises your blood pH, making it less acidic and more alkaline, and in turn increases your nerve and muscle operation. That explains the tingling and the vibration sensation that I was feeling. But the thing about this is the spike in your blood pH only lasts about 80 to 85 seconds, so it's actually temporary. But at the same time this is going on, you're starving your body of oxygen. That's when you exhale completely and hold it. This forces your body to attempt to adapt to a lower oxygen level state. That's why Wim Hof and his team were able to easily summit those massive mountains that would normally take much longer, because through their breathing exercises and practices, their body was used to it. Based on a study, it showed that people that practice the Wim Hof method actually have increased production of epinephrine or adrenaline. And this in turn creates anti-inflammatory hormones. That's why Wim Hof claims that you're a lot less likely to get sick when you're practicing the Wim Hof method. It helps your immune system not overreact to autoimmune issues. And do you remember me talking about how I had this ringing in my ears and had kind of a loss of hearing? That's because the low oxygen levels caused me to enter a flight or fight mode. It's not dangerous, but because your body is lacking oxygen, it kind of forces you to wake up and actually be attentive. This is why I felt myself having so much energy directly after doing the Wim Hof breathing exercises. So that's the science behind it. So what did I actually experience, and do I recommend it? Well, the first big thing that I noticed is I had a full change in my day-to-day mood. I noticed that before this, I kind of have this constant state of mild unease. But then when I started my day doing the Wim Hof method, it's kind of like hitting the reset button. Like instead of being a bit anxious, it just flushes you clean and you're just completely, maybe not satisfied, but you're at peace. Of course, things can happen throughout the day and it might put you back into that state, but I found it really nice to start your day off on the right foot and in a good mental state and a good mood. I would even do this sometimes when I was having a bunch of anxiety, and it actually worked so well that I was able to stop taking my daily anti-anxiety medication. The next big change that I noticed was that I'm much more aware of my thought patterns and I can control my thoughts a lot more. When you're focusing within yourself, you're focusing on your breathing or holding your breath, there's no opening for this thoughtless chatter that fills your mind on a day-to-day basis. I mean, if you really think about it, when are you not thinking? You're almost always thinking, and that's not very healthy. So I noticed myself being more present and not completely controlled by my thoughts. And now when I notice a bad thought starting to creep into my mind, I can more efficiently kind of clear my head and just focus, look within myself and breathe, and that helps a lot. I'm not saying I'm like a fully enlightened monk or spiritual leader or anything like that, but I'm definitely more conscious now than I was before starting this. Next thing is that I have far less cravings for external stimulants such as, porn and junk food and stuff like that, because when you're in a state where you're satisfied, you're at peace, you don't need that type of stuff. You're not looking for that external validation. Most of those things are mild forms of addiction anyways, which also are not healthy. So this kind of just brings you back to a baseline state. And when you're in a state of peace, you're much more productive because you feel okay doing the things that need to get done because you're in a good mood and you feel good. Not to get too hippy dippy with you guys, but I feel like I'm more the person who I am deep down inside rather than this identity state that I've worn upon myself. And not to get too like spiritual or hippy dippy with you guys, but I feel like after doing this, I'm more who I really am than this identity form of myself. So I definitely recommend that you guys all start doing the Wim Hof method. It definitely has a lot of really good benefits and there's nothing to lose. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, turn those post notifications on. Follow me on Instagram at BrettMVRK, and until next time, peace.